What's up, fellas and folks? Whoo, I almost just fell off there. That would have been one, that was a close one. Welcome. Today is going to be an episode. But before we do that, two things. One, go ahead and subscribe. What do you mean no? Please? Fine. Okay. The other thing, I want to do a quick recap on the stream that I did a couple days ago for you guys, but yesterday for me. Will I burn in this cauldron? I sure will. Haha. Cool. Alright, in no particular order. Number one, I went down into this mine and I got this moss that I got from the Wandering Trader a couple days ago, and I got some of the moss carpet from bone mealing it a whole bunch. Started putting it here. So far no snow has landed on it. It also has not snowed yet, so you know, we'll see how it works. I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna be great. I also went hunting for treasure. I found that treasure map in the top room of the boat. So that was pretty cool. What did we get from that? We got this. We got a chainmail helmet because a spider broke my iron one. You know how spiders are. We got a whole bunch of tuff. I spent 8 pickaxes getting this much tuff. Before we actually start today's episode though, I do want to tell a little story that's going to come into play on what we're going to do. A couple months ago, I moved into a new apartment, and it's a lot better than my old apartment, which is nice. But it did not come with a microwave. My old apartment did have a microwave that came with it. So whenever I moved in, I had to go to the store and buy a microwave. When I installed this microwave into my new apartment, I realized that it would lock whenever it's done doing its stuff, you know, microwaving. I thought that was really strange. Why would you need a microwave to lock? I'm not microwaving in public. I'm microwaving into my own home. When somebody comes to my home and breaks in, I'm not going to be concerned about the food that I recently put in the microwave as I'm being robbed. I'm going to be concerned about, you know, my valuables. You know, all the rubies and stuff that I have. The lock itself isn't even complex. It's just a button right above the handle that says unlock on it in big letters. When I looked in the manual, it did say that I could turn off the lock by pressing some sort of combination of numbers on the microwave, so that I wouldn't have to deal with pressing 2 buttons to open it. I could just deal with pressing the 1 button that opens the microwave. However, when faced with the decision of make the simple act of opening a microwave less complicated or not, I chose to leave the lock on. I do not know why I chose to do that despite being the one who chose it, but that's what I did. And oh man, that mansion actually looks really nice in the background. That's something that I've known about me for a while, is when I have the opportunity to make something easier for myself, I will constantly go out of my way to make sure it's a little bit complicated and I have to do a couple extra steps. So now every time I put my food in the microwave, I have to press 2 buttons instead of 1. By choice. Why did I choose this? I don't know. But it's a reoccurring theme that happens in my life, and one that is occurring right now. Here's how this relates to today's episode. In that stream that I did the other day, I got all that tuff that I mentioned earlier. I was going to build that facility I keep mentioning right over here in today's episode, out of the tuff blocks. I was gonna do a whole bit about doing the layout of it. It was gonna be another building episode. However, I then realized, oh man, you know what this facility needs? It needs pillars. You know what pillars are made out of? Quartz. You know where you get quartz? You know where you get quartz? Firefly, hello. You only get quartz from the nether. This is pretty much the opposite of the nether. It's pretty frigid, if I do say so myself, which I do. So, I thought, okay, that's easy. We do another exploring episode instead. We're not doing that either, because we gotta make it a little bit more complicated to myself. We gotta get another portal first. Oh, getting another portal should be easy, right? We just get some obsidian. We've got a diamond pickaxe. It's not that hard to get obsidian. We've already got an obsidian for that thing up there, right? That's gonna be super easy. Wrong again, because before we even build a portal, we need to build an entrance to the portal. Oh, okay, so just like another one of these little things that come out, build a staircase, maybe just build an entrance, put a portal in it. No, I wanna build like a little hallway to it. Oh, a hallway? That's simple. We can build a hallway. No, I think some redstone should be involved in it. I think, right? We want to put redstone in the hallway. Redstone in a hallway? What are you talking about? What do you mean? What am I talking about? You're me. I'm you? Yeah, that's horrific. Why would you tell me that? You have to know the truth. I don't want to know that. It's too bad. You have to know. Please don't say that to me. I'm me. I'm my own person. No, you're not. You're me. And you'll never be anything else. No, please let me out of here. Let me out of here. I don't know how to follow that up. So we'll just continue. Alright, so how are we going to make this hallway redstone and cool? Well, this is something I've been wanting to make for a little while. This is not an original idea. I definitely got it from someone or a video on the internet. I just don't know what video, because this has been in my head forever. Not forever, but you know what I mean, for a really long time. The concept is we have these walls right here that are really flat on the surface, but whenever they come in contact with a block, they get this pillar type thing going on right here. However, if you have a trapdoor behind it, whenever the trapdoor flips up, so does the wall. So the idea is, whenever you walk into this hallway to get to the nether portal, you trip a tripwire or something, and the walls will have this rippling effect. Imagine a bunch of trapdoors going off one after the other, making this wall from flat into bumpy, kind of doing a wave, like from sports. Show a picture of what I'm talking about. The wave. Yeah, that was a cool picture. Great job, future me. Loving the work you're putting into this. That's what I'm thinking for what we're going to do for the hallway. Then when we get inside, I want to use the copper grating, that copper mesh block. You know, the one that's in like the trial chambers. It's all crisscross. I don't know what it's called. And we'll put that around the nether portal. Put lava underneath of it. It'll look super cool, like a villain's lair. I think I want to build the nether portal right here, or at least have the entrance going in through this cave. That way we don't have to worry about this hole in the wall anymore, since we're never going into this cave for any resources again. So let's go ahead and do a quick alright, there it is. This is basically what we're going for. I have not built the actual portal room yet. It's going to be past this wall right here. I just want to know how big the redstone's going to get first. Here's the behind the scenes curtain. This is where we're going to put all the redstone and all the whatever these are, trapdoors. This is going to need a lot of trapdoors. I don't really know how this is going to work now that I'm thinking about it. It's okay, we made a door before, sort of. Surely we can make a hallway. Hallways are less technologically advanced than doors, I think. But before we build any of the redstone for the trapdoors, we need to get trapdoors. And that means eliminating that forest over there. Real quick, I just bought a sea pickle from this wandering trader. I'm gonna see if this actually works under the water. Well, this river has taken far too many lives. Alright, well I did manage to put one pickle down there, and it's somewhere right here. Let's put it up here near the top. And then let's see if that ice melts eventually. We'll come back to it. Anyways, back to deforestation. Okay, we have trapdoors set up, so now we inflict that on. It makes the wall bumpy. This is the most performative wall there is. I'm also going to take this away because it's bugging me. It's on both sides. This is 60 trapdoors total. Somehow, we've got to figure out a mechanism that's going to trigger all 60 trapdoors sequentially. We should start with the bottom. Okay. It is my understanding that if we put a tripwire hook here, and a tripwire hook here, and then we do string, string, string. Does it trigger it? It does. Nice and cool. Now let's make sure redstone works. Yes. So we can do it just like this. That is all of the repeaters that I had from the door that I just didn't use. So let's see if that works. Well, it does not. However, it works sort of. I think we're gonna need another block out and then put redstone dust up to each one of these. Okay, I've replaced the tripwire with a button again so I can do it better, but it just keeps doing this. So I can click it better, but it just keeps doing this. Which I guess makes sense because what's happening is this line is going down and activating all of these at the same time. So these need to be at different intervals. We'll do it at intervals of 3. Now, how does it look? Okay, so it looks like we're gonna need more repeaters and more space. Fellows, folks, I just discovered something devastating. Well, not devastating, this is actually really good. You notice anything about what's happening right here? When the top one is up, the whole column comes up. But when any other ones are up, only the ones below it show up. So that means we do not need that many trapdoors. This is a good thing, because that means I don't have to redstone the whole thing, I just have to redstone the top. It's a bad thing in that that means I'm going to have to take away all of these trapdoors that I made, which is fine. I'm okay with this. Okay, time to move these all up 1. My good dear friends, you'll never believe what has happened. It's doing exactly what I wanted it to. This is the redstone that I did to it. It's not complicated by any means, but it works. It was very simple. It was very simple. It was very simple, really. Guys, I'm just a regular old electrician, you know? Look at me, I'm just I understand redstone to a T. Golly, I bet I could even make a 3x3 door. Easy peasy. Oh, I'm so relieved that that works. Everything worked out so well. That never happens here. Now I just have to repeat it on the other side. 20 repeaters. That's the biggest issue here, is that it takes 20 repeaters to do this. But it's fine, because we have the resources, we have the power, we have the intelligence, and we have some redstone as well. Golly, I'm just so stoked right now. Alright, let's test it out. Ready? I'm standing on the tripwire still. That looks amazing. Right? Am I crazy? Is it normal that I spent a whole episode building a ripple wall? It's fine. Next we've got to actually build the rest of the thing. This was only preliminary to the actual room, to the actual nether portal, which we'll get to next episode. Okay, let's get going. I wanted to stop my mining real quick to show you just how far this deep slate tunnel has gone. That's pretty far. I was just grabbing deep slate. I only found lapis. That is the only thing I found down here besides deep slate and a little bit of tuff. And gravel, of course. We always find gravel. This is a pretty long tunnel. It was cool that the telescope did show us the very end of this place though. Like it saw past the render distance that we couldn't see through. See, from here we can't see the end of the tunnel, but if we put on the telescope, there we can. That's crazy. I like that. I'll show you the progress too that we're on before I had to go get some deep slate. So this is what we've got so far. Ceiling's getting filled in, then we're gonna do the walls, then we're gonna dig a pit under here so that we can put copper grating and have a bunch of lava underneath of it that we can see through. Obviously we've got a 3x3 nether portal because I was building with the wrong center again, but that's fine. I think this one looks cool anyways. So let's go ahead and get this finished for the most part. I recorded a whole thing where I explained what the place looks like. I forgot to hit record, so you missed a bunch of commentary of me talking about how I'm gonna go get obsidian, talking about how my place looks really good. I'll show you after I get this obsidian. We need night obsidian, so we're gonna get that real quick. So just to catch you up to speed, since I totally forgot to record what I was doing. I was just talking to myself in a room, all lonely like. That's fine. That's fine. I'm normal. I apologize for my voice, by the way. I know I probably sound really stuffy. That is because I am stuffy. It's fall, according to my allergies, not according to the calendar or anything. I don't use those here. We need 9 obsidian total, and we have 7, so we need 2 more. That's cool. Counting! I feel like one thing I've learned about Twitch is that I don't understand it at all. There were people on the stream last time that were talking about how, oh, you gotta do this, you have to have these pictures. I've never watched anyone stream on Twitch before. That was the second time I've ever streamed on Twitch. It was just, I don't know, man. Not for me, I don't think. I'm looking for a platform where people will actually watch and not show up and try to sell graphics to me, which I don't mind, but at the moment I have no use for them. For graphics, I mean. I'm kind of doing well on my own on Google Drawings. Regardless, I think I might start streaming on YouTube instead. I know I can do YouTube lives. I know a lot less people will probably be able to see those, but I mean everybody has YouTube. Anybody can watch that. I feel like that might be, I don't know, we'll test it. Next stream, I'll do a YouTube stream. That'll be next Monday. Which I don't know what day that is, but you know, we'll figure it out. I'll let you guys know. I'll post. I'll do the posts and everything. But first, I just want to show you this. This is pretty much done. I might add some more to it just to make it look more natural, but I wanted it to kind of look like something that was just buried here in the wall. And I think I did good with that. This bothers me a little bit, but I ran out of blocks for that, so we're not gonna worry. I like the stairs. It kind of branches down off of the wood path with the spruce. And then of course we got this. I know it's very hard to see sometimes, But oh my gosh, just something like this makes it feel a lot more special. Then of course, here's the actual portal room. We're gonna put lava in here next episode once we have access to the nether. And we can grab lava indefinitely, since there's infinite lava there. It's like the opposite of the snowy lands that we currently reside in. Kind of burnt out on building today, and I really just don't want to force any modifications I make to this. But I think if I do make any more in the future, they'll be adding more stairs into the walls so that there's little holes, kind of like what I did up here, how there's a crevice going around the top. I think that looks really nice. I don't know, it just needs more texture, the walls, I think. I'm not a very good texture person. If you have any advice, of course let me know. But first, we gotta get this nether portal up and running. I must be missing some brain cells. Why did I think it would be 9? I didn't even grab 9, I grabbed 10. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. I needed 12. I need 2 more obsidian. On the next stream, I have got to add stairs to this thing. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm not going to do it on my own free time. No, the heavens no. Lava, give me some lava. I really want some lava. I love some lava. I love some lava. I almost just left with 1. What is wrong with me today? Besides the usual. Here's the last 2 obsidian. Boom, boom. Ooh. Now we just need something to light it with. I went into like every little crevice hidey hole that I've built, trying to remember what I was looking for, before remembering, oh yeah, flint and steel, I need to go to my chest room. Goodness gracious, head's all fuzzy right now. I'm tired, I got 2 hours of sleep. This is fine. Looking back on this project compared to the mayor's house up there, I'm really glad I built it into the side of a mountain so that I don't have to build the backs of things. I'm probably really bad at that. Probably not the worst, if you know what I mean. That title probably belongs to somebody else, but what do I know? This is a big moment, guys. I don't remember if I already got an achievement for going through the nether before in a different world, so this might be the first time. This actually does look really cool. Once we get lava in here, I think it'll really spruce up the place. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll add like little lava fountains coming out from the walls. I think that might be it. For now, future me, put in some dramatic music here. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was kind of cool. The particles just showed up. Look at that. This looks really nice. Oh, the ripples too. Well guys, in the next episode we're gonna be going in here. In the next episode we're gonna be in busting. We're gonna go through the end and we're gonna bust it. Duh, I don't like the way I said that. Alright, anyways, see you.